null hypothesis that the median of all groups are similar. Alternative hypothesis that median of all groups are different, and H statistics is used. And note down the N1 and N2 number of observation. This one N1 and N2 in each of the group. Find the sum of the rank ups. Here also you have to make the same thing. Mix all the group. Find out their ranks of each of the respective. This one. Suppose if you are carrying out using the software SPSS, arrange the data like this. Your dependent variable is systolic, which is quantitative, and grouping variable is group like. Suppose there are three groups of patients are there: group 1, group 2, group 3. Group 1 is taking drug A, group 2 is taking drug B, group 3 is taking receiving drug C. So our intention here is whether is there any median change of all these three groups, whether median of these three groups are similar or different. So we arrange the data like this, go to the non-parametric test, select the K independent sample. K independent, more than 2 independent sample. It can be 3, 4, 5, 6, any number of more than 2. Click on this K independent sample. You select the test variable, that is continuous, which variable systolic BP on continuous scale, and grouping variable is group, and identify what is the minimum number of groups you are having. Minimum value assigned in the group, like one minimum group value was 1 and maximum was 3, and continue and ask for the descriptive statistics there, which will give the all the related descriptive statistics such as mean, standard deviation, median, interquartile range, all the thing, quartiles, all this. So then you look at this table output given by this. So this H statistics is done, evaluated using chi-square test. Chi-square is 6.58 degrees of freedom 2, and its p-value is 0.037. So since p-value is less than 0.037, we are rejecting the null hypothesis. Null hypothesis of median of three groups are same. This hypothesis is rejected. We accept the alternative hypothesis that median of three groups are not same. So we write the conclusion that there is a significant difference in median systolic blood pressure among three groups. P is less than 0.05. So this is the conclusions what we are drawing. Now coming to the Friedman test. Friedman test, it is a parallel to repeated measure analysis of variance. You might be aware that repeated measure of analysis is a extension of ANOVA of paired t test. Means in the paired t test we have seen that there are two sets of measurements who are measured at before experiment or after experiment. Suppose you are conducting a prospective study where there are measurements, you are making groups on the same person. Say before start of the study, after 1 month of study, after 2 months of study, 3 months of study. So your objective is to whether is there any change in median of all these measurements. Suppose if we have made the weights, suppose we have made a measurement of weight of a children before start of certain therapy, after 6 months, after 1 year, after 1.5 years, after 2 years. To what extent there is changes? This change, whatever change we observed in weight, is it due to chance or not? Suppose the children are taking some therapy, we want to evaluate that therapy. If there is a significant change, we can say yes, it may be because of this therapy. So for this, we run the Friedman test. This is the example made during these measurements are related during a anesthetic. This one during while conducting a surgery, when anesthetic agent was given, we make the measurement at before giving the anesthetic agent, after 20 minutes, after 30 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and 30 minutes. So these are the heart rate of some 10 patients, and we were trying to notice out was there any change in this? Is it drug is affecting? Because of drug, whether the heart rate is coming down. So if you look at this one, it gives the impression that there is a decline in the heart rate. So we want to make sure that because of this drug intervention, there is an effect in the change in the heart rate. So to run this non-parametric test, we go to the care-related samples, and we select the Friedman test, and we take all the related measurements to this side test variables, and click descriptive statistics and save OK, and we get this result. So this gives the rank of the mean rank of at the heart rate at baseline, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and 30 minutes. So if you look at it, its p-value is less than 0.01. So it is statistically significant. So based on this data, we draw the conclusion that there is a significant change. So whatever change we finding out, it is because of the intervention of the drug. Because of drug, there is a this. So there are more designs are there between. So you can extend it between two groups also. This is for one group. This is repeated measure of one measure. So you can compare between repeated measure for two factors. Say for example, this is drug A, and you have measurement related to another group of drug B. So is there any change between two groups along with the timing clock? 0 minute, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, etc. So findings what we are going to get when we run this. So this is all about what I wanted to present it. So when you go for your data analysis, think about the research questions, identify your dependent variable, independent variable, think about the study design, whether it is a retrospective study, prospective study, cross-sectional study. So accordingly, you choose the various tests, you check for the normality of the data, you check for the outliers, whether are there any outliers in the data. When data is free from error, then start your analysis, and these are the this one. So and you choose the appropriate. If you wrongly you enter the data and ask for any of test, you will get the results, and you have to be very cautious. Whatever the procedure you select is correct or appropriate for the given data set, and interview whatever analysis and interpretation is correct. So then you interpret your finding. Thank you. All.
Thank you, sir, for such a nice presentation. And we have seen that how the time management made by the sir. Sir explained about the each and every step. And I will go for stop sharing the screen. And a really wonderful presentation. And it is especially, I think that sir addressed to the scholars, academicians, those who are working in this field. They want to use the analysis software, and they are starting their work. Everyone will be benefited, everyone. And sir already told us that whenever he was present in our Uran 2020, and in that time, he said that someone want to go for the hypothesis testing. They need some another test also, t-test, z-test, ANOVA also sir addressed. So we have seen that how the presentation was. It is really wonderful presentation, and the management of the time also. I was surprised that today every speaker maintaining their schedule. I'm my agenda with me, and I have seen that we have started 10 a.m. means exactly 10 a.m. I'm happy with really. I'm appreciating every speaker, and we need to start the oral presentation session 3 exactly at 1:45. And now in our watch it is 1:45. Actually, such a nice management of the time by the speakers. I'm appreciating all the speakers, and especially sir also. During short duration of time, sir cover each and every area. So I think that Dr. Caleb Mayo, Mans Kumar, I'm not understanding actually. Yeah, but we are strictly following our agenda, our schedule, and even we are lagging behind earlier, but now we are with the time exactly 1:45. So 5-minute discussion. We'll go for 5-minute discussion with sir. And really, we are opening the chat now for everyone. And yes, now everyone can give the chat message because during the presentation, and